is he? There's late, and then there's this. Did you happen to see a tattooed Breton on your way here? Stupid hat, droopy mustache, carries a mage staff he doesn't know how to use, answers to Hamelin Serpy. I hired an assistant to retrieve some ingredients from the wilderness, but he's late. Very late. I won't let his absence ruin my chances to restore the good name of Orc cuisine. The King's Hearthwife is holding a competition to celebrate Orc culture. Without my assistant, I can't finish my classic Orc recipes. Unless you'd care to make some coin. If you're interested, I can get you a list of ingredients. I'll need some raspberries and a skin of ice stream water. There should be some nearby, but watch for the wildlife. Of course. Raspberries are like sharper-tasting snowberries. If you chew a mouthful, they stain your teeth the color of blood. A great intimidation tactic before battle. Or a wedding, if it's a good wedding. Normally, I'd say water is water, but I want to mix these crushed raspberries with water from the same source that nurtured them. Did I overcook the meat? Just should have taken it off the fire sooner. Wonderful! Now, to brew them for the competition, I call it my Cup of Wrath. I still have a glass from an earlier batch. You're welcome to try it. Here you are. So, what do you think? And please, be honest. If it's not ready for competition, there's still time to perfect it. I could ease back on the raspberries in the next batch. Oh! Echater milk will cut through the burning sensation. If that doesn't work, place some charcoal under your tongue for 10 minutes, but you'll lose some of the flavor. Wonderful! It should stand out in the competition. Still no sign of my assistant. Want to make some more coin? I prefer to work with people who finish the job. A drink won't win the cultural competition. I need to present a full course of traditional Orc cuisine. Care to scour the land for ingredients that fight back? The next dish calls for harpy bile, some harpy brains, and sedge grass to tie it all together. Of course, I call it tundra hay, because the Echater always nibble on it. You'll want to find a patch near the open water. Those are more naturally salty. With enough sedge grass, you weave a pocket for the harpy viscera. The flavor bakes right in. Try not to get any on your boots. You'll attract Durzog. That's why I'm sending you after Wrothgar harpies. 1,000 generations of inbreeding long since removed any glimmer of intelligence from their minds. The ones here are really giant birds. Delicious.
Wait! I'm here! Oh, hold on!
Hamelin Serpy, you're late.
But... chased by a giant. Thinks you wanted to mate. Ugh.
Well, now your job won't interfere with your personal life. You're fired.
But... I understand.
Too salty. One handful of salt next time. More than enough to serve brain pockets at the competition. I do believe I perfected the recipe with my earlier batch. Would you care for a taste? They're especially crisp. Here you go. Pull it apart with your hands and scoop out the... yes, like that. So, how is it? You're not supposed to eat the sedge grass. It draws out the harpy bile from the brain mash. Give it a few moments. I had a similar experience in the kitchen. I'm glad to hear it. I hope the King's Hearthwife has a similar experience. I have a drink and an appetizer, but I need a few more dishes before I'm ready to enter the competition. The main course requires more planning. For now, I need a dessert. The ingredients are closer this time. It'll be a walk through an ogre-infested park. You'll want to look for echater moss, preferably untouched by any echater. It's the subtle glue which will hold the ogre heart and intestines together. There's no actual glue. It's just an expression. Of course. It thrives in freezing temperatures, which is why it's confused for a weed. It's actually quite healthy to eat for echater and people alike. Try to get the stuff before the echaters do. The taste of their drool would not add to the dish. There's an ogre outcast who's said to eat nuts, berries, and vegetables, never meat. It's like the opposite of a Valenwood Bosmer. Think how tender his organs must be. Of course. I know, I had the same idea, but I asked a priest of Malakath who assured me ogre innards were commonly found in ancient orc dishes. Does this mean the Daedric Prince of Vengeance favors pies? I forgot to ask the priest. That's what I thought. So, I hunted down a cultist of Numenera. After a series of beatings, he confirmed the Lady of Decay would strike him with 5 kinds of pox if he offered up a slice of ventricle pie. 2 Daedric princes agree. Not cannibalism. Interesting taste, but nobody will eat a dish that smells like old greaves. Perfect! Ventricle pie requires the freshest ingredients. Ogre hearts don't exactly keep unless you bake them quickly. I have one last slice from my previous attempt. You're welcome to it. Here you go. Have a slice. Large bites, as the chiefs of old would do. So, how did it turn out? Surprising, isn't it? A bit nutty from the moss, but the intestinal quiche contrasts well with the vascular cream pockets. Chewy, too. In the halls of old Orsinium, no meal was complete until they served ventricle pie. They say it's a real tusk cleaner. It should round out the meal nicely. Thanks to your efforts, I have ingredients for everything but the main course. We've come this far. If it's no trouble, I'd like you to procure what I need. I need something to draw the attention of the cultural competition judges. Something spectacular. That's why I want to cook a stew inside a bear's head. You with me? The glacial tomato features in this dish, so bring me a bundle. Also, some tundra truffles and a decent amount of Durzog lichen. As for the bear head, I want you to take it from Gnarlfang's shoulders. Bastard ain't my shipment of coffee beans. Of course. It's just a tomato. We call them glacial because the cold soil gives them a richer flavor. There's a small patch near Orsinium. The farmer and I are on good terms, so grab what you need. Tundra truffles are delicacies fit for a chief. Look near the old aqueduct, in areas without snow. Durzog lichen is spread around when Durzog migrate. It's where they were, not where they are. The seeds catch in their paws or something. Say what you want about tradition. I think orcs first turned a bear head into food because it looks amazing. All the rest is hot smoke up the flue. The preferred meal of Baloth Bloodtusk himself, if you believe the Orsinian vendors. Which you shouldn't. Frozen Durzog liver pairs surprisingly well with mead. Ha! Coffee shipped all the way from Valen Harbor and he eats the whole bag off the cart? He'll make a fine smoked bear's head stew. One of his cousins just came off the fire if you'd care for a sample. Dig in. The lichen is key to the broth. You may notice the tomato base draws out the subtler taste of the truffles. It's better you swallowed the tooth whole than tried to chew it. Though, you might pay for it later. I was worried about the presentation. Removing all the teeth makes the stew bowl look sickly. Very true. You know, you're the best assistant I've ever had. Far better than Hamlin Serpy. Though there's really no comparison.
You are ORZORGA, master of orc cuisine?
Master? Yes, that's me. And you are?
Barazal, hearthwife to the king.
Welcome to my kitchen. Can I get you something? Perhaps some candied chubloon, fresh from the oven.
No, I have business in Orsinium. Yet I expect you to join me there shortly. I want you to cook the feast that will honor my husband. Can you do this for the king of the orcs?
Of course. It shall be a feast to remember.